But this is where you don't. I think in the next bull run, when you've accumulated a fair amount of wealth, this is where you don't mind dropping a bit into sort of projects and saying,
if it goes,
I know it's not got any, but I can see a bit of hype around it. Let's just start to throw a few.
He's got to do something with it. He's got to bring out a project. Like I think Elon Musk holds that wallet.
Mark Cuban wants something doing with it now.
They've got to do something. And they said about the NBA stuff. I know that's it's a big thing, but it's a small thing on the schemes of thing for an $80 billion market cap. But he's got to do something with it, man. We're back. SlightlyBitCurious. What's going on, chaps? Even though I've been speaking to you for 10 minutes, but what's going on?
Oh yeah, don't know.
All natural, baby.
Yeah, not much really. Not much change in my portfolio really. It's I'm pretty much exactly the same as. That's the thing about choosing super risky, low cap altcoins. You got to wait, ain't you, for their time in the sun. What about you, Markies? Anything?
Mine's probably a bit up from the dip. So it dipped and then it recovered and it's gone a bit above it, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, some people are making serious gains at the minute, aren't they? And I'm like, where are these gains?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I keep seeing people talking about how well their portfolios are doing. I'm not seeing any of this.
I guess if you got ETH like early.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like
to be fair,
ETH
is smashing it for me. I'm not gonna lie, smashing it for everyone, isn't it? But
yeah, I think my higher caps have done well, but then that should filter down, shouldn't it? Like you say. So.
Yeah, I think I'm about the same. I think, same as Chesh really, because they're low caps. I crossed a barrier at one point, but I've gone back down again. It's like a little sticking point. So, yeah.
You pretty much all low cap.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I even thought that with ETH, to be honest, as well. I know he's done well, but not financial advice. Definitely not. Because I was like, what's ETH going to do? 4 times?
From here, yeah.
Maybe more if it gets to 20k.
Yeah.
But I was like, so it's what would that be, about 8 times? But this was 2,500, so that was like, alts should 10 to 50.
Yeah.
So that was my logic. Like,
I think ETH is going to flip Bitcoin this bull run.
No.
Yes.
What? Dollar amount wise?
Not dollar amount, market cap wise.
Oh, right. I was going to say.
Yeah, I think it's flipping Bitcoin.
Big call.
Yeah, heard it here first.
That's a preview.
I think it's better than Bitcoin. I've always said it.
Yeah.
It just does so much more, It's just everything's built on it. What is Bitcoin really? Store of value that is only just sort of got this narrative. I don't know. What do I know? But
right, carry on.
Raoul Powell did some charting on it this week, and he's basically just tracking it, and it's like 4 years behind Bitcoin, pretty much. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Exactly, like one cycle behind Bitcoin. It's exactly the same, but obviously it's massively being adopted as well. So it could be at where Bitcoin is now in the next bull run, plus some as well.
One cycle beyond that's 20k, then, isn't it? Yeah, that's what Bitcoin hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, the all-time high, and then went from there. So
what's that in X's from here? 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20.
Well, it could get to where
6x.
It could end the cycle where it ends, where Bitcoin ends this one. So that could, we don't know where that is yet, but that's a huge game.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Huge game from here. Yeah.
Whew. Shouldn't have sold all my ETH. Into Doge.
I did. I sold
I'm joking.
I don't even know about Doge anymore. Like, I can see it continuing to do well. I still haven't and won't, but I don't know. It's so hard because at first you were like, if someone said to you don't buy it, you'd be like, sorry. If someone said they were going to buy it, you'd be like, don't buy that. But now you're just like, look,
what can
you're
I
going to
say?
make money.
To be fair,
and you're in it for money, and you get out of it.
Obviously, it's not worth buying now.
No,
it's what 70 cents, whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's going to go to $1, innit? I reckon it'll get to about 90 odd cents and then dump. But I don't know. I reckon Elon's had a word with all the wallet holders. I'm sure I read he was trying to get hold of them. I reckon he said don't dump.
Do you reckon?
I genuinely reckon, yeah.
Well, isn't there a 38% holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
It's unknown.
isn't it? So
that's why they dump.
See,
One person dumps it.
That's always the risk, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Like, especially when you don't know who it is. Even if you did know it is, it's still worrying because they might just dump it. But you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
So earlier today, when Doge was up at its highest point, I got in at 0.003. So it was up 206x at one point.
Jesus
however,
Christ.
I have been selling along the way. So
Yeah, that's the thing
It's
with
not-
Doge. You have
yeah.
to, didn't you? There's no.
The first tweet you put about Doge, I sold
Yeah.
a lot of it because I was just like, I'm not getting into this. But
At
I
the end
kept
of the
it.
as long as you're up.
Yeah,
At the
for
end of
sure.
the
I
day,
still got a little
if
bit in
you're
it.
up,
Still got a
then-
little bit in
yeah.
it. And it's just like just a lottery ticket in it. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
you're up. You let the rest run. Why not?
Well, speaking of which, just in case anyone doesn't know, he's obviously going on Saturday Night Live, isn't he?
Yeah.
Elon Musk this Saturday. So I saw in another group some guy. He said he's like I'm reluctant to buy Doge. He bought it last weekend, and he was like, but I'm going to sell it on Saturday as the show starts.
So before he's even heard a word come out of
Yeah.
his mouth, just in case it's
Yeah.
negative. But I don't think he's going to say anything about it.
No,
Do you?
but then is it all the hype, and is this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter because you basically buying the news anyway. So if he does or he don't, if you're selling it before he goes on there,
I might sell half at the same time what this guy said, and then
Yeah.
just keep half in it, just because if he does say about Doge on it, then it's probably going to go even more nuts. Isn't it?
But yeah, how many more people can get involved in it? It's
But how many people watch that show?
Yeah.
And what percentage of them viewers hold crypto?
Yeah, that's
See,
what
that'd
I
be
mean.
interesting
Yeah,
to know
yeah.
that because I know what you're saying, like without that show. But if he does mention it and say like, with crypto, it's still new. Like I know we feel like everyone's in it, but that's because we're in it. But you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's only like 3 or 4% of the viewers of this show that he's going on hold crypto. So you imagine if 15% of them now from that watch that show. You could.
Yeah,
be a
no,
big
yeah,
part.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what the figures are,
But I mean, what market cap is it? What's it got to go up? You know, you're talking about a lot of things to push it now.
true.
You know,
now it's so
It's
high.
not like,
yeah, that's true.
It's not like a couple of mil is going to do anything to it. It needs billions pumped into or millions pumped into it now.
Yeah. See, I think this is where it's like
80 billion.
What? Insane.
I didn't know that.
It is insane.
Oh my life.
Yeah. But this is where you don't. I think in the next bull run, when you've accumulated a fair amount of wealth, this is where you don't mind dropping a bit into sort of projects and saying,
if it goes,
I know it's not got any, but I can see a bit of hype around it. Let's just start to throw a few.
He's got to do something with it.
moonshot
He's got to bring out a project. Like I think Elon Musk holds that wallet.
Mark Cuban wants something doing with it now.
They've got to do something. And they said about the NBA stuff. I know that's it's a big thing, but it's a small thing on the schemes of thing for an $80 billion market cap. But he's got to do something with it, man. Just something crazy like Elon does.
Well, he said he's going to send it to the moon, didn't he? Send Doge to the moon. So I can see him sending a rocket with a big Doge flag.
Do you reckon?
I can just see it.
Yeah.
Imagine that. That'd be crazy.
It could be the currency of the moon.
Mate, he's probably going to do something like that. Something crazy like mining some material from it with Doge or something like that.
He'll probably have a Doge rocket. Name one of his rockets after it. It's like, oh god.
He's a funny fucker though. He's a funny guy though, isn't he? Like because he just like does something so serious and then it's like a joke.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If he holds it though, see, this is what I don't understand because in like stocks, that's illegal, isn't it? I can't remember the name of it, but
he got in trouble before, I think.
But is it?
Didn't he?
See, I didn't think if you held something and you had that much power and that much following that you could.
Maybe you're right. Maybe
you could do that.
Maybe he doesn't hold any.
Maybe just maybe he holds none and he's just doing it for a laugh.
He does do that, you know. He pumped Doge because he thought cryptocurrency was a joke, so he thought it was funny to, pump it. And now he's sort of got involved. But like you said, it wouldn't surprise me if he is the holder and he's going to turn it around into like a major cryptocurrency for something.
I mean, how much would you get fined for that? And then compared to what he owns, it's probably worth it.
That's
just
the point.
it's marketing. Like,
yeah, that's the point.
Take the fine.
Yeah,
It'd be a hefty fine for us, but like for him.
Yeah, it's like the people that stole Facebook, wasn't it? Like they didn't care, they just give them a fine and then off they went.
Yeah.
But then that was the Winklevoss twins, wasn't it? And then they bought Bitcoin and now
they're laughing.
worth more than Facebook.
I'm quite glad for them.
Yeah,
so you'd be fuming, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they're doing well. I'm a bit. So I spoke to you two earlier. I went into work today and started getting a lecture on crypto from from some guy that got really confused about tokenomics and stuff and said, "No, I pulled all my money out of Bitcoin because there's a limited number of it, and it's going to keep getting mined until there's less of it." And I was just like, so that's why he sold it.
Oh,
I was
God.
like, right, okay. And then he's like, Doge is going to go to $2 by the weekend, and then what's going to happen is it's going to. And I was like, what?
Where's he got that from? Do you know?
But this is the thing. Is this the
probably some shitty?
Does this sort of start to show indicators of? Because I'm seeing it everywhere now, like Instagram.
Yeah.
I see some Doge things, and a lot of people are jumping on. I don't know whether they're jumping in and out, and it's just a little month-long phase, or whether it's a sign that we're getting near the top.
I see someone from TikTok on someone's YouTube this morning.
Nonce.
No, I wasn't on it. I wasn't on it.
Well, you didn't have an account.
But I see someone on YouTube talking about this guy on TikTok, and he said, in a couple of months it will be the same price as ETH. Doge. It would have to be like however many trillions of dollars in market cap for that to have like ridiculous amounts of the whole world's liquidity or whatever in Doge. Which at this point I'm starting to think it might happen.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like, I think anyone that can get in and make money, good luck.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's it at the end of the day, isn't it? But it's like you try and get a criteria together of investing when you start, and it doesn't tick any box, does it? Like as you're going through, like good fundamental, but none of it. But people have probably made really good money off it, so I don't know.
People made a shit load.
Like I say, people. It's just got the meme pump. The power of the internet is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that is what pumps it.
True.
Yeah.
People on these silly little platforms going, buy Doge, buy Doge, buy Doge.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it,
It's
like
crazy.
it's a bit different, but like that's why, like, say like a meme song on YouTube will get like 1 billion views. And that Martini guy that doesn't really have that many viewers.
Yeah.
Just, do you know what I mean? Like to us, we'd be like, why wouldn't you watch that Martini guy, for example?
Yeah.
But not everyone's interested in the serious stuff, you know. Like,
I don't think it. The only thing I would say, I don't think it really sets people up to do well longer term. Because like you imagine, it's the first thing you come into. You get into it because you think it's good, if that's like your belief, and then it flies, and then you pull your money out, and you think you're good. Like I don't think it's a good lesson, because later on, where are you going to end up? How do you look into projects then? You just look for the next moonshot, and that's going to get you burnt, isn't it, if you keep doing that?
That's it.
speaking of moon, safe moon.
Yeah, to be honest,
we talked about it a lot last episode about you fucking hated it.
It was what it was. To be honest, I missed a bit of an opportunity really, because it's 70x at one point.
You got out a nice amount, didn't you?
I've got out a decent amount still, but
it
dropped a lot from that. But I can see how people get like
It's impossible, isn't it?
feeling
Yeah.
because I always thought like I'm not going to be that guy. Like everyone's just, but you do. You kind of think like when it's flying, you're like anyone else. If you said like you're going to put in money and it's going to 70x, you would have gone. I would have pulled that out by 50. I'd never let it run that far. But you do.
Of course you do.
You do, and then you think like, oh, what if everyone does carry on piling into this? But do you know what? End of the day, I think I pulled out 30x and left a little bit to run. So it's good. It's my
weeks?
first. Yeah, it's my first bit of profit from crypto that I've just put into USDC and staked on Swissball. So what, taking up, or probably end up putting it into IDOs. To be honest. No, it's not fiat.
It's just as nice.
It's stable. It's stable. It's like one grade above.
10%.
It'll end up back in crypto, won't it? It's just on the sidelines waiting.
Good man.
Talking of on the sidelines, we've got our IDO tonight, haven't we?
Yeah.
Or
It's Just
What I've done.
It's live.
Yeah, it's live. I just tried to buy some. It's having technical issues. Newsflash, you heard it here first.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's not good, is
Well,
it?
you heard
No,
it.
they said they're going to sort it out.
2 days.
Yeah.
when the IDO's finished.
And that's why we're the best podcast around. But yeah, no, that'd be a good one, I think, though. SSG?
SSGT.
Is that what it is?
Safe swap.
I thought.
Governance token.
Okay. What is SSSG?
I don't know. Safe swap.
I thought I
Governance.
saw that earlier.
Oh, it could be.
It confused me.
Yeah.
I reckon.
It confused me.
Mm.
Do you know what our allocation is? You didn't say
I
it.
don't.
It's
Did you get to
different.
see it? Yeah. Oh, it depends
Depends
on
how much
how
you
long
got.
you've stayed.
long
it.
length
Yeah.
and much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So my friend's got the same amount as me, but has only been staking a little while, so he got half as much as me.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it's all different.
That's I quite like that though. That's fair.
I think
Obviously
SS whatever it's called, SSG will be a good one, man. I think the way they've done the token, I think this and Wife Die, I think especially that token, I think this is when it pays to be early, and I'm probably going to keep this the whole ball run and not sell profits because
%.
I think you're going to get like rewards and things. That's what's happened with like, is it Uniswap?
Yeah.
Yeah, like things like that, and I think just and get access to things and
With this Wife Die token, it pays you to hold it because you get multipliers. Airdrops you for every other month, so every like 3 months they give you like a 2-time
with
multiplier
Wi-Fi?
on top. Yeah, with this SSGT token. So the longer you hold it, the better.
Sick.
And then there's a last man standing thing. So the last person to like unstake their liquidity gets like an NFT as well.
Oh,
right at the end.
That's
so
good.
That's
So
cool.
you like the way
It's
they
cool.
set it
Yeah,
up.
it's
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
They've set that up. So I was gonna say, you both getting Soul Starter talking of IDOs, or you're not sure? Or?
Yeah, I probably will. Well, I don't know. I got burnt by Kickpad. it was just like this IDO coin I heard about, so I quickly got some because I heard there was one called NFT Alley coming up. So I thought I'll get in it, give it a go. Paid like $2,500, I think it was, to hold what you had to get to hold the token.
Shit.
Got it. Got my allocation coming in. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm finally gonna get a bit of luck. Came in, they gave me a $16 allocation.
Are you joking?
No, and bearing in mind, you got to stake the coin, and they hold the stake for 7 days. So I'm stuck in this token for 7 days. It's lost 40% of its value.
Oh, of
my stake coin.
ICO.
Oh no, I don't care about $16. They can lose all its value if they want, so they can rug pull me for $16 if they want.
Okay, man.
Yeah, 2.5k down to like whatever it is now, 1.25 in about 3 days. I was like, it'll probably come back up next side.
Yeah. That's what used to happen with Trust Wallet.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah,
between 50 cent and
people bump, but it's just annoying. I've got it locked in there because I want to put it in something else. You know?
Yeah.
Shit, man.
I think there's two factors with them IDOs. I think it's the way I see it. I think as long as your winners are outweighing the losers. So you know, if you put in like 12, 10 did really well and 2 didn't do so well. Like obviously with you it's different because you've now stuck in that. But I think if you throw enough punches with them IDOs, your winners should far outweigh. But like I don't know, I think like Clover, I wasn't too happy with how they set that up because they did another release, didn't they? I think they should just say like you've got your allocation. It's just like you can't just keep doing it.
Did they
So I think
not
that
raise enough money,
devalues-
or did they get greedy, or like?
No, they just released more. So the thing is, you're basing it on this many rounds, thinking right, that's all right. I think that will pump nicely because of that. And then they release an extra, and I know they've got the right to do it, but I thought so. I don't think that's going to do very well now, personally. Just based on that.
I feel like it's a trust thing, and they've hit people hard early. You know, like why if you're just going to keep raising money, like you raise the money you was after, don't go for more. It's just greed, you know.
Because you base your investment based on how many rounds, and you think, well, okay, that's got scarcity because not that many people are going to be able to get in, and then they go, oh, it went really well, so we'll run another one. Like,
Well, the last one was 12-month lockup as well.
Right.
And you know the actual, it's just a wallet, right? That's what the coin, the Clover wallet. That's what the project was.
Yeah, that's where you store it.
Oh,
it's
right.
a DeFi.
Okay. Because that wallet was shit.
Yeah, it's not.
It was awful. It's like
not
2-star. Don't sue us.
2-star. Yeah, they've. I think they've upgraded it now, but it's. Yeah, I'm a bit paid off with it. If it does well, it does well. But like
you got it, didn't you?
Yeah, I got an allocation, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I'll hold on to it till it's in profit, and then if it goes to nothing, it goes to nothing. But
fair dues.
Probably would have been annoyed before crypto if it went to nothing.
Yeah.
It's just
you
know you do well elsewhere.
Interesting group. Like my mate was messaging me privately. Like obviously people were freaking out. Like we were talking about last episode, like 30% drops, and I get it because people are coming from traditional and seeing a 30% drop. A 30% increase is good in traditional world, isn't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
So then I think Taylor was writing like about U-Trust because basically I just told him to get a few things like what I'd recommend, and he was like, "Fucking hell!" I think it's 100% in a week.
That's crazy.
I just wrote back like, "Welcome to crypto."
Yeah,
it's true though, isn't it? Like,
doesn't even seem that much, does it? 100%.
No.
You're like,
no. It was like, what the hell? Like,
yeah.
it was like, fuck.
It's
like,
crazy,
trust me, mate. Just
but
wait for a couple months.
The thing is, I think a couple of things like that. Like my girlfriend's got a little group, and they've added me into it to talk crypto and that, and they was like getting frustrated after a couple of weeks of it not moving, and I was like, you look at what you've earned. You've probably earned more than you would in your whole life in any other financial market.
Yeah.
Like in the stocks, and shares or whatever.
it's amazing, isn't it? How impatient everyone is.
Yeah, I know, but you get treated to it, don't you? And then it's a buzz as well.
The problem with
for
crypto
people,
versus stocks, like stocks, you probably like. I've got a couple of stocks, but I just don't check in on them.
No,
I'll check in on them in a couple of years, probably. Or like,
long term.
Might just do it. But then crypto, you're checking every day, so it feels like a bit long. Do you know what I mean? But it's also really quick.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's a strange thing. And the other thing is like people like us and just everyone get addicted to it, man.
Yeah.
Which is fucking.
It is addictive.
It is fucking addictive.
I don't know what I'm going to do in the bear market.
Yeah.
Go on holiday for 2 years until.
Well, yeah, retire.
Come back for the bull market like a bear. Come back the winner.
Yeah.
Bear.
Do you think? I was thinking the other day. Do you? I feel like people would, for some reason, of all the dips, I feel like people were extra rattled in the last one.
Yeah.
Do you think that? Like even experienced people,
Well,
I felt were getting a bit.
Do you know what?
Like,
Because they've probably got more money that's lost.
oh, you think it's just a bit? It's just because it's more at stake now.
I feel like that one come out of nowhere. It wasn't a new pool reset or anything like that. It was a bit of FUD.
Yeah.
And it sort of just was out of the blue, that one, wasn't it? So I think it scared a lot of people. That was like.
Yeah. Well, everyone was set on Bitcoin going to 70, when predictions was 70, 72, 68, and then it just went.
Yeah. It rattles people, doesn't it?
That is a lesson though. No one really knows what's going to happen.
When everyone thinks it's going one way, as they always say, whatever the herd do, go the opposite way. In these markets, it's so true. Whenever everyone's buzzing about something, I start thinking, right, maybe we should start pulling back.
Yeah, I think that's why, as much as the trading and that's good, like spot buying is a bit more forgiving, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people got like wiped out, didn't they? And it's probably good when it's good. And I think that Martini guy and that, he's clever enough to like cover his losses.
And he's got the dollar cost average. He's got the money to do it.
Yeah, exactly. But I just think at least with spot, it's gonna. Well, there'll be a day where it doesn't recover, but 9 times out of 10, it's gonna recover.
It's not for me, that trading stuff, man. It's just not.
If I was to trade, I'd again, even though I lost loads and trading more, I would only trade Bitcoin because it's just there's so much going on with the other stuff. You've got to be watching what Bitcoin's doing as well, because it all reacts to what Bitcoin does as well. It's so complicated. Everything else,
scares life out of me, man. Speaking of Bitcoin, I guess what's everyone's thoughts now? Like in terms of what it's going to go to. Well, basically, what I'm getting at is people are saying 70k again, this week. Some people were saying.
Don't know. I don't even look at Bitcoin.
No. I like that. I think that all I'm seeing is my Bitcoin. So basically, I've got mine as a setup where it shows you the Bitcoin value, and I'm just seeing my value in my portfolio go up more against Bitcoin, and that's all I really care about. Because I wouldn't have wanted to think that I sold out Bitcoin for alts and then it outperformed alts. I think there'll be a point where it does start to outperform them again, but I don't think we'll look back there.
So I was chatting to a mate earlier, a really smart guy, and he was kind of like, he was thinking about putting into Bitcoin because it's going to go to 70k, and I was like, look, like he's a really smart guy, so I was like, look, it's not for me, that's not what I would do, because it's not my skill set to judge Bitcoin and then go back into alts. But he could probably manage it. But I was just like, mate, like you're looking for what's that, 50k? So it's like, what's that, 40% gain? No, less than that probably.
I wouldn't
about that 30-40% gain. I was like, alts couldn't 10x. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Not in the short term necessarily. They
can, can't they?
They can, but I mean, like, and then I was like, again, the thing, Bitcoin, is it going to double this year? Is it going to triple? Whereas alts is 10 to 50 times. So I was just, I'm not in Bitcoin.
But that being said, I think it depends on whether you've made your wealth already.
Yeah.
If I had already made serious, like if I'd been in the last bull run and made a lot of wealth, alright, you probably wouldn't because you know how alts work and stuff, but you could easily argue that put it in Bitcoin, you're probably going to 2x whatever that sum of money is.
You will safely do.
Safely, and then so you could just say, you know, if I had already made a lot of money previously in another industry or whatever else, I might have just gone Bitcoin ETH and just sit on it, not have all this.
I don't think it's a bad idea if you're too busy to, like, you don't know what your job is.
I think it all depends where you are. Like with us, we've seen a great opportunity to grow our wealth fast. So, but once you're there,
he got into ETH in like 2015.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, so I think it's like
for him, he's
got a lot in there, to be fair. But it's just an interesting conversation. I guess let's jotting it around a bit, Carl.
Just there was a video I watched today. It was about Bloodcoin or Bitcoin Bloodcoin. Yeah, so they're saying like it's being mined in China and they're calling it a blood coin, like a blood diamond, because it's mined in China and it's not like, you know, get the human rights. So apparently they could start showing you where your coin was mined. Your coins have been mined, you know, like So there's going to be like wars over where it's mined, because one of the investors was going, well, all my investors were saying to me that we want it mined sustainably, blah blah blah.
Kind of like I was like, you
are such a liar though. Like they don't care about that. It's just the US trying to make a grab, I think, to get their people to just buy US companies personally and get it away from China a bit, which is true, because as much as everyone says Bitcoin's decentralized, I think 60% of it's mined in China. It's not really decentralized in my eyes anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. If there's currency wars, they've got a lot of power, innit?
Yeah. Because it's the government own it, no one else.
And China are buying up all the gold, so this is what's all bubbling under the surface. So you're right though, how decentralised is something that's that one country's got so much power over.
That's right.
But we'll see. It'll be.
I'm just a Bitcoin hater.
Interesting.
Because I don't hold any of it.
Yeah, I don't want it to do well now.
I will fud it to death.
Do you know what? This week I can't get over the odds thing. Staking odds. It's blown my mind.
What?
224%.
You know what? Why? I've got to move it out of I'm getting like 25% out of Unilend or whatever. I'm going to move it over this week to
Wizard.xyz or something.
Is that what you're staking it on?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know about that one.
Yeah. I think so. I found it on the forum, must be legit. No, joking.
God.
No. I've unstaked it before. When I first did it, I did it and unstaked it because I just wanted to see if I got it back, because I only put a bit up. But it was from that Martini guy that gave the link actually in one of his videos. So 224%.
Is it? Do I need ERC20 version or bet?
ERC20.
Oh, cool.
But it's baffled my mind.
Send it over to me. I need that link.
Yeah, send that to me. I'll put it
off camera. Like, mate, it's done like $900 in a week.
That's nuts.
That's insane, man.
See, that's what
It's gone up. It's gone up to $2.50. It's around $2. So yeah.
There's a guy in that crypto circle that he was just buying. He's literally just got his pot huge because he put loads into cake and he's been staking that hundreds of %. And then I think he got radium, that was a couple of 100%. and he was just, you could see what he was
mate.
pulling out, because he actually put the figures on there.
Binance Smart Chain, I'll tell you what, because of the fees are so low, it's going to do so well. Fees on that are just absolutely smashing, mate. Because that's where beginners are going to go. They don't want to pay these $60 fees, but they've got a few $100s to spend.
No, that's true, yeah.
I missed out on the Binance Smart Chain a bit. I feel
like
much attention.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And
you know what? I'm going to start getting into it a bit now. I was looking at it the other day and it looks pretty. I mean, everyone's got Binance, to be fair. Yeah. Like even like you said, beginners. Like,
how much bigger do you think your pot would be if you were full-time crypto? I sit there and think it would be a lot, because you'd know all the best staking rewards. You'd be like a slick machine, wouldn't you? I think it's cost me a lot of money.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I'm trying to do what you've done and get a wage out of staking rewards. Yeah. But I just don't got the money still behind me to do that. But that's got to be the way to do it, innit? Yeah.
Have you set yours up to do that yet?
Not
almost
fully. Yeah, I could do a bit more, but I'd have to sell some stuff to do more. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I thought about selling a lot into odds, but now I was like, because the APY does change. It goes just under 200 to 2, and I was just like, at any time could they like just change it to like 10, 20%?
Yeah.
So, but something like YFDI, 70%, which is locked in. I think 72% is locked in for a year. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, so it is.
That one change?
You get 6% a month.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I was
trying to tell the guys at work, I was like, look, stop putting your money in banks. I was like, put it in this.
Yeah.
I obviously gave them the Swissport app because it's safe in it. But I was like, some of these I'm earning, like I said, 6% a month. Yeah. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, have you got a lot
cumulative
of
as well,
Why would you have it in the bank? It's in just don't.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's a shame we ain't there already, where we've got a portfolio going mad, and then we've got a huge pot that you can just leave in. Because the thing is, if the project's good and it gives staking rewards that are good, then there you go. Because the tokenomics of YFDI are ridiculous anyway.
Yeah.
The staking.
I still don't know how it's so low. You know?
I think people are sleeping on it. But this will be good. See if this IDO does well.
Yeah.
From today, then because all eyes are on IDOs at the minute. If people are like, oh, I've done this and it's done because did you see did one of you put it up? There was a chart the other day and it showed you what all the different ones have X'd, and as soon as they go into that table, people start to
notice,
start to look under the bonnet, and then I think that'll fly. Because as well, I think what holds it back is how much it costs per coin. Don't shoot me.
No, it's true. Yeah, new people think. New people.
Oh, that's 20p.
It's so expensive. Yeah. I can't think of it like that, but
no.
Most people think that because it's expensive, it's a psychological thing. I think, they just don't know.
No, it is. Yeah. But then I think as people mature into the space, it should get even more attention, then, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, worst case, it's an investors only product. They're going to be pumping millions and millions into it, you know. So
man. I think it's great. I'm probably going to put more into it, but
it is my main moonshot for me.
Yeah,
I think it's going to go to like $1 billion at least market cap by the end of the run.
Yeah, I think so.
I say that, but it's not moving. What's that, like 25 million mark? So.
But don't the biggest pumpers go the latest? Did you find that in the last one? I've heard a lot of people say that. The later it goes, the harder. But then if it's near to the end, if it's then the art of pulling it out at the right time.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only thing. Was that right with the lower caps? They're late in the cycle, so you've got more risk of.
Things were just pumped, but there was a lot of pump and dump groups back then as well.
Right. like premeditated,
they're still around now.
Oh yeah,
right. but there was a lot back then. That was more the fun of it back then. So you get something just such low volume, and then everyone would be like, right, I think Telegram. It was Telegram back then as well. Be like, right, this is when it's coming out at this time.
Right.
And then, but obviously they stack their bag before anyway.
Yeah, cool.
And what they can't do as well, they can't buy it all at once because you'll see what the coin is. But so they stack it over a couple of weeks.
You know what? If you even get in them pump and dump groups, you can make money yourself. Because They're telling you it's going 500%. You know it's going at least 100%.
Yeah,
and you just pull your money out.
Yeah. They did used to say that, set your sell price at this.
Yeah.
So I was just set a bit below, obviously, but then everyone does that. But
yeah.
And then, because back then I think people, I don't know if this is right, but if you saw, I think people still think this now, if you see something doing well one day, people get into it. And I know that seems crazy, because I would never do that.
Yeah, FOMO, 100%.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and then that helps it more. So
it's like taking money off people that supposedly don't know what they're doing, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Someone's got to lose, isn't they, at the end of the day?
Exactly that.
Probably been me.
That's why I'm glad we've been in it in a while, because I just, all these Instagram posts and stuff I see from Looms, I just think, that's my money now. Literally, I just think, I'll have that.
Ruthless.
Yeah, but it is though, isn't it? That's how the game works. So when I see him put it up, I'll be like, I'll be out, and you'll be wondering what the hell's just gone on. I'll buy you a beer.
Homeless. Lost everything, and Markies just there laughing.
I will buy him a beer.
That's all they deserve.
How kind of you, eh? What else you got? Chesh Euler,
buy it.
Explain it in
financial. Just read their Medium and try and make head. It's so hard to get your head round because they go into so much detail. Jesus Christ! But it's basically just hedging gas prices. It's the long and short of it. I can't explain it more than that. Cause I not work it out.
We'll have a read of it.
Just buy it. Financial.
The thing that worries me about that is, it seems great, like a great project, but then people are pumping fucking DOGE and Elon. So that's the world we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's what worries me.
But if it's a good project, it's a good project.
Oh, for sure. I'll get in on it as well.
Yeah.
I think it looks wicked, but
it does look clever. I think all their IQ, it must be like over 9,000, like individual.
But again, I guess what's their strategy? Are they like, they're not in for it for the quick? They're in for it for years.
Oh, of course.
So that's going to be probably a good long-term hold.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
again, I won't sell. Well, all my coins I've got, I won't sell until I think the end is coming. You know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hold any in the bear market? At all?
I will probably dump it all in one hit. No, I'm going to stick.
You're not going to sell enough.
I'm going to stick with my plan. No, I'm just going to sell it all. I'll probably buy Bitcoin once everything's come crash back down. But I will sell everything over the course of whatever it is, 10 weeks. In which case, where I take 10% out every week.
Have you set that date, or just when you see things turning, you're gonna?
No, I'm gonna. I've sort of got September in my head, but I'm also aware that it might go on a bit longer. So, for me, you're gonna see Bitcoin go on this massive tear. So it's gonna give us all an indicator, and that's probably when I'm going to start thinking about it's time to move,
Yeah, because that'll go on a tear, then the alts will have their last run,
and they go on
then
for
it's
like a couple of months.
I know we spoke about this, but last time it was on the news a lot, and it was at CNBC or Fox, or maybe both, and when it was on that, everything dropped. But they were saying it was a good investment, and I don't know what was happening. Well, at first they said it was a good investment to pump it. It got to the point it became a joke that whenever the news mentioned it dropped. But unless people wised up and were like the big whales were
if I'm sitting there watching the news and I'm seeing that and I'm seeing I'm getting educated on the tokenomics of Bitcoin by some chump, then I'm
not getting educated.
If that happens again, then that's it, mate. I'm gonna, depending on who says it, because I was just sitting there like, what are you going on about?
Yeah.
But just telling me how great Doge is, and even when he said like, how long have you been, he didn't even bat an eyelid. He didn't care how long I'd been in. He was right. That was all that mattered. He did not not that I expect to pretend to be an expert, but he was literally like, what do they call it? Delusional stage, which is him as an individual. But when the masses are like he was today. Please come meet him. He will look you in the eyeball and convince you.
But this is what I mean. This is why these coins pump.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And I know we were talking about market sentiment, but there's. I meant it in a different way as well. There's I can't remember what the website was. It's really annoying me.
Sentiment.
No, I can't remember. It was like an unusual. I'd know it when I hear it again, but it was like it followed like Twitter trends. So
Luna
Luna Crush, is it?
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
And that looks at so that looks at different things that like basically like fear and greed, but it'll look at that's
if
really
it's bullish,
good.
If it's bullish on Twitter, and I was like, you know what, for the rubbish coins, could be a good little indicator, you know, to see what's gaining traction early. Not that I'll ever invest in any of them because I just can't do it to myself after the abuse I gave Ben. The safe move.
Oh right. Yeah, me and Chesh spoke last episode, Markies. So
I do think, like, I know people say history repeats itself, but it doesn't all the time. Because like people said April was going to be the best month.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. So I do think just we've got to be a little bit aware of that. It's not like given. So when you talk about selling out, I'm actually tempted to sell some in August to reduce risk. I know I spoke about it before enough times, but just if I've got a lot in there, just to be like, you know what, it's just a little bit.
I was thinking July.
Really?
I was thinking July start. Because you think, I don't want to end up with nothing to show. At least if it all goes. And also, I do want to, I think at some point it's going to be worthwhile going into the higher caps. Just in case, like, say you want that last little pump. I know it's going to be the smaller coins that go on the biggest run, but like for me, if you're stuck in Bitcoin, ETH, and I don't know, like another like one that you think will be around in the next one, then it's not the end of the world because you think everyone that did that last time, it's come good for them because they was in good projects. But I don't know. I just wouldn't want to be in these small caps, sort of once Bitcoin's done that massive move. But then they're going to have the highest gains. So you kind of like that's where it gets you.
Well, unless you put a little bit in.
Yeah, you
leave a little bit in just for the risk.
You could leave 5% in, couldn't you?
Yeah.
If they go parabolic.
Are you guys going to go on a date, or are you going to go like a month, or are you going to go on like a price or a market cap figure of Bitcoin on the market?
I'll probably do a date. Probably.
I'm probably going to start. My plan is 150k for Bitcoin. That was my original plan. I keep saying September, but that's because that's when I think it's going to hit it. But once Bitcoin gets to 150k, that's when I think I'm going to start DCAing out.
Do you think 100k to 150 will go quick?
Yeah, I think that'll be the blow off.
I think so, and I think that's when it'll get on the news because it hit 100k Bitcoin.
I actually think 200k Bitcoin. That's what I think. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people say 300.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's just so hard to think of it going to that where it's just been so like. But then I know zoom out and it is going that way, but you feel like it's just got to do something really big at some point or it's not going to happen. Like I feel like it's just got to go like. But then I suppose if you think about it, it has, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just
It's had their moments.
Because I just think I mean I remember when it was like 9, so. Yeah, I suppose it has gone nuts compared to any other investment. But
I remember in like November it was going insane. Like it was just going up and up, like to 20 to 40 to 60. Like it's in like no time at all. And those are massive moves, you know.
Yeah,
I've probably found when I did November, December. Could have fucked up, man. I was just like, you know what? It's going to be crazy.
I don't think it's going to pull back like much below 50 though. Even when it does. Like, I mean, bear market wise, I don't think we'll ever see the lows again.
I think you're right.
I don't even think we'll see the all-time high from this year.
Not in Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think they'll hold really well.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think projects like Swissborg and that, where's people going to put their money?
Yeah.
Well, how much smart money is there? Because I think that's where the smart money will go, you know, but all the FOMO a lot.
True.
We'll just get out and dump or have lost their money because someone else has got it.
On that point, do you see, and this is what I was thinking about the other day, you just reminded me, in the bear market, do you still see certain DeFi projects doing well? And the reason I say that is, for example, like Swissborg, if you've got a premium account, you get much better staking rewards for USDC. So does that mean then like DeFi isn't affected as bad, or not continues to go? Because I think if other things suffer, it will as well. But what happens then? Because people are just all the DeFi projects are gonna start offering you really attractive
keep you
carrots to keep you in. So is it the fact that like everything else starts to suffer, NFTs go a bit downhill and other sort of like exchanges and stuff, but the DeFi stays quite healthy? That's what I was trying to think of. Because you think at the end they're all going to be fighting for your business. Oh, buy our token and you only need X amount of them and we'll give you 25% on USDC and stuff. You're going to think, well, I've put it all into a stable coin now. Well, I'm actually going to have some of your tokens.
If you've made a load of money,
you're
going to put it in high interest places, aren't you? I mean, it just goes hand in hand, doesn't it? But
that's
like I say, that's the clever money. It's where the smart money goes. Yeah. I mean, what do they think that it, say the market cap of the whole lot goes like quadruple for me? That's FOMO money from not investors, what they called like dumb money or whatever.
Retail.
Retail. That's what I'm looking for. That will be so. From here, they'll probably like dump, I guess. Like from here, this sort of whatever goes into the market from here will probably dump. Imagine that dumping out the market, and then the rest will stay in.
What do you reckon? I don't know if it's a stupid question. What do you reckon will happen to the APYs in that instance?
Well, this is what Markies saying.
I think they'll get higher because basically at the minute they're trying to get rid of the banks. The APYs are always going to be higher because most of the fees you're paying is because banks sell you debt and then they sell it again and then they've got all these massive buildings. Like you're always going to probably have like an 8 to 10% somewhere. But I think at the end, people are all going to be crying for your attention. I think that's when like Apple are going to pile in and say, stake with us and we'll offer you this. And I think DeFi is going to get. This is why I think there's almost a play where I don't think DeFi will have another bull run because, like you say, there's a lot of retailing, but I think it will still be a good space. And I think some of them, because they're all going to say hold at this amount and then you can get this reward. So some of them might not drop as much as other sectors, but I think it's interesting what you say. I think everyone that is in already are like anyone that's an investor would have looked at crypto and got in already. Everyone that's getting in from this point onwards are just pumping your bags now. That's the way I see it. I'm not saying there's not money to be made, but like the people that are in already are the real gainers here. Because you're just getting people that have just gone, I've heard it so many times now, I'm just going to enter it.
And buy a DOGE.
Yeah, and probably outperform most of my portfolio.
What's BSC station? Who said about that?
Oh yeah,
from one of you, I think.
Yeah, that looks good. That does. It's like I think it's effectively like Uniswap, but for Binance.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Chain. So it looks pretty good. Like really easy to use. Obviously Binance Smart Chain as well. But yeah, that looked good. I couldn't get in on that though. The ICO.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's doing really well. I think they've got like you can normally tell because on their Twitter and their Telegram they've got loads of people in there, so that's normally quite a good sign, isn't it? But yeah, that looks good.
Nice. And then Uniswap V3 came out today, I believe.
Yeah, it did.
What do you guys think of it? Have you used it?
No, not yet.
I think it looks shit.
It's the main thing is the fees are
I like it.
Which
I heard they hadn't introduced thingy yet.
They've not introduced it.
It's not come with the layer 2 yet.
Okay. So I think the layer 2 is going to be massive because I think all the people because people are quite funny about paying fees. Like, I don't care because at the end of the day, if I'm paying X amount of fees but I'm earning X amount, I don't. But some people are funny. Like, people can't get their head around it. They just begrudge paying the fees. Like if you said to someone, I'll give you 300 grand if you pay me 20 grand in fees, they'd say yeah all day long, but they won't do that to get to that figure. So I think as soon as them fees come down, if you see, that's why I'm looking into like DeFi projects that are just on Uniswap, because then I think that gives people accessibility and says, oh look, that's a low cap gem. I'm now not paying high fees for it, and then pile in. I think that's what I think will play out. But
nice.
We'll see.
Hopefully. Well, yeah, me and Chesh updated the April challenge last week.
What? You're bringing this up.
Well, yeah, as of now, I can't remember what it was last week. I have to look back, but Cook, Chesh's pick, down 78%.
Oh wow.
Lua, which is your pick,
Yeah.
down 20% as of now. I think it was a bit different last week.
Okay.
Butterfly down 17%. Elon Gold now up 11%. GLQ up 23%. And Safe Moon up 750%. So that pick, our whole portfolio is up 111% in a month. Not too bad.
Yeah.
It was up at one point, proper up.
Maybe we should
They
put
were
some
all
money
up.
into this portfolio.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. If we had a like an investment pot, then you could easily trade that up easily because you've only got to, like I say, if you got your winners, just got to outweigh your losers, which sounds obvious, but you can even if you have one good one in there, you can even have 4 underperformers. So.
It's true.
And the ones that you've wrote down on that day at X amount of percent down, you could easily do a sell order for when they're up.
Yeah.
The same difference, and like we're only doing that because it's a game, but like in reality, you'd never sell in a 7 like Cook will probably 200, 300 more percent. So we could just have no emotion in it and just set sell orders for every time something 70%.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like crazily greedy, but just go right back. Oh, look, pot more.
Yeah.
Next one.
Are we doing picks for this month?
I was just going to ask.
I've got 2.
Okay. I don't know what to. Let me write these down.
I'm gonna.
So this is a May challenge.
I'm not sure it's ever gonna get released because I thought it was all the time gonna get released, but it's just not.
It's not another shitcoin, is it?
No, it's Soul Starter, but it's just teasing me.
It's not bringing it out.
Well, yeah, the way they were talking was like it's coming soon. I got all excited, started stable coining stuff to get ready, and then because I want to try and get the highest allocation, and then they're just now they've just lost me loads of money because I've got money in a stable coin rather than crypto. It's going nuts, but not great as crypto. You know what I mean?
What are we saying then? You want to do it? A May one?
Yeah, Noya
Oh, interesting.
and Reef.
Reef, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
KSI's coin.
Yeah, he
He's in on
does
that,
promote
yeah.
it, doesn't he?
Yeah. So
That's the
Reef.
finance.
I think Noya's got loads of coming up, and I think Reef's got their mainnet coming up next month.
Okay.
Reef. Have you got any Markies?
Yeah.
I haven't, so go ahead. I need to look at one.
I'm gonna go 10 set.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I'm going to say if Soul Starter's released, put me down for that. If it's not released, then I want to go for. I'm going to go just because I think it'll do. I'm going to go Kylan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Kylan. Yeah.
I was looking at Kylan a little while
ago. I think it's going to do well.
Yeah, I think it will as well.
Kylan,
I think it will go insane. As a matter of fact, Kylan.
Yeah, it's going to, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know when, but yeah, it's a great shout.
My picks are USDC and stake it.
I like it.
You know what? You got a guaranteed what's the
And then halfway through the month when there's a dip.
So you could pick them two and you've got a guaranteed 48%, didn't you?
No, I was joking. Fuck that.
I still pick
Yeah. I feel like I've got to pick a shitcoin just to be that guy, but my shitcoin will be like, no, do you know what? I'm going to go pretty boring. I'm going to do Pokemon. Exactly that, because it's been a bit shit.
Mine's half since I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the staking thing, I don't know, I think they're going to have to resurrect it, basically. I think it's been a bit underwhelming.
I think they're aggressively
Yeah.
burning tokens as well, aren't they?
Exactly. So I think there'll be a point. Yeah.
NFTs just need another little push, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. It's died down a bit. Yeah. And then I'm just going to go XCD. Exceed me.
No, it's due a
Because it's
huge
like,
run.
come on. Yeah. Not that exciting. I wanted to pick something a bit funky, but I haven't really got anything on my radar like that.
Do you know what? Take Noya off my list.
Yeah.
I want Euler.
Euler?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I believe in Euler.
Is that released yet?
Tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Is that...
And it's easy.
How'd you get it?
No, so it's like a fair release. So it's like, you ever see Balancer, how that was released? Or Hedera Hushgraph, I think did the same thing. It's some weird thing where you're a provide liquidity or something. I don't know.
I
do not. Again, it's beyond me. It's so complicated, but yeah, it's like a fair release. So
okay.
You can just get in.
I think they've done. I'm sure I was watching a video that they do really well traditionally.
Yeah, they do.
The fair release, because no one's got like bags they can just dump for any sort of incentive. So. And Polygon as well, I think, is going to do well. I know it's high cap.
I think the dot ecosystem's got to start moving soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because it's been quiet. It seems like it's been quiet for so long.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? People get sick of it. They sell out. And it goes nuts. That's why. Yeah, I think that's why the rebalancing's so good. Because when ones have flown,
you need to talk to me about this rebalancing. How does it work? Do you have like a set date in the month where you just pick and then you go?
Yeah, so like some people do it every weekend, but like A, I haven't really got time, and B, I think you just overdo it. But like, say every 2 weeks is good, or every 4 weeks. But I think it all depends on the market. Like sometimes, obviously, as you know, 2 weeks is just a lifetime, and then other times it's like that. So. If there's been a lot of movement, I'd say every 2 weeks. But say you got 10 coins, 10% in each, and you notice that one's gone to like 30%, and then the others are like lagging down at 5%, and then all you do is just work it out so that everything goes back to 10%. Because obviously, the ones that have gone 30, they'll normally drop down, and you probably notice it on your blockfolio. They'll drop down, and then the other ones will pump.
Yeah.
So if you were just to
move that
portion them up like that, then obviously the gains that you've got off these ones before they start going down again go into the ones that haven't moved yet, and it does work really well. But you can't completely catch it. Like that's why I think it's a good way without literally staring at graphs and seeing like all the resistance levels and stuff like that can drive you insane. Like it works, but it can drive you insane. But if you just want a super simple like way of doing it, just do that, portion it up. And you'll notice sometimes after you do it, they start to go down, the ones that are 30, and then the other ones will start to go.
So I've got 10 coins at $1,000 each or whatever, and one of them is pumped 50%. Yeah. So I take the 50% that is pumped out, the whole 50%.
Yeah. So what you can do is you can just stablecoin it all if you want.
Yeah.
You can just, I say to people, just work out whatever profit that is in
and then you split
US
that
value
between the ones that haven't pumped.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly that. So you want them to all get back to 10%. So just work out what USD value of each of them would be 10%. So then you just take out the winners. You leave the ones that are still at 5%, obviously, because you don't need to take anything out of them. You get that one back to, so any that are above 10%, you'll get them back to 10%. So you'll pull 20% out of them USD.
It's fucking too much for me.
No, it's honestly not. Like if
your pot like grows, doesn't it?
I'll send you a spreadsheet I use, and it's just simple, and it tells you exactly how much, and then all you got to do is go into. Well, no, I can even add that to the spreadsheet where it will tell you, based on the value of that, how much you need to pull out.
Because maths is not my strong point.
No, that's cool. Or you can go on CoinMarketCap. They've got a calculator anyway that will tell you USD value. So say you've got like Solana, it will say you need to pull out X amount of Solana to sell to that value. So it's actually not that hard at all. It's not that hard, but it does work nicely. Like I think doing that versus not doing that, over the course of a bull run, I reckon it'd get you at least 30% more.
Yeah, that's
at
insane,
least.
Isn't it?
Yeah, which is it is really on top of your decent gains.
I guess when you make a certain amount, you could even add more coins to the.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah. Sometimes you can. The nice thing about that is, see, what you could do is you could even portion it back up, but then only put them back to 9%, and then have an extra bit on the side. That because that's the thing that I regret with this is not having any on the sidelines. Like I quite reluctantly just like, if it's not in crypto, then it's just not being. It's not being put to work. But if you actually sat down and thought about it, it's nice to have. Even with these IDOs and that, like I said to you, I think it was before the recording, I was sort of. Not panic selling, but I was quickly going, I was pumped a bit. And you just start making silly. If you just had a bit sitting there, you can either buy the dip, because that's the other thing. People say buy the dip. Where are you getting this dip money from?
Yeah. And there's been a lot of dips.
Pretty much like.
You know what? If you took like I say, how much do you reckon your coins really pump before a dip, like a big dip? What, maybe 100%, maybe. If you was taking profits all the way up on all your coins, and then just putting it back in after another dip, you would have so much more money, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just so much more.
I think for me, it's like judging that.
Yeah, I know it is, but
like,
so if you're say you get out of you've taken all your profits because everything's pumped 100%, you're still fucking laughing because everything's up hundreds of percent, and you're just waiting for a dip. I know, but then you get a bit of FOMO. You're like, shit, I've got nothing.
I think I see someone that says I think he sells at 5% below the all-time highs every time on any one of his coins, and then he'll just buy the red day, and apparently that has just done him nicely anyway.
That's crazy.
Because you think about it, if you always do that off the all-time high, most of the time it hits resistance and comes back down.
Yeah.
That comes back down 20%. You've now got 15% more of that time.
And it just puts it straight back in.
But yeah, it's just doing it. And obviously there'll be times where it will smash through that resistance, but not that often actually. So yeah, there's clever ways of doing it.
Oh, you know what? When this all started, I was gonna do that with ETH, with my ETH. Just have one I had like 6k in ETH or whatever, and I was just gonna every time it made 20%, so took it out, just put it back in, wait for it to make 20% again, took it. If you'd done that all the way up, you'd be fucking laughing, wouldn't you? Like,
you need to be a robot. Almost,
you do.
You almost need to swap each other's portfolios and say, look, you need to be cold. You have mine, and you. I mean, it fucking is gas fees. I'll gas it over it. But maybe I wouldn't want him having mine. But no, he's done well.
Does Safe Moon have a gas fee? No.
That's
what I do with Chesh's portfolio.
I'll tell you what I did see. Someone put up. I don't know how he does it. I think there's a site where it must look at any ETH addresses you've got somehow. But I see someone put it up the other day, and he paid like 20 grand in gas fees, which probably a lot of people have. But he just said, But then he has done really well, and it's like the cost of opportunity. And
it's mad, isn't it?
It's nothing. If you made 2 million, it's nothing, is it?
No, he's definitely. I think he's definitely in the million plus area. So, but this is the thing. That's why I think this Uniswap layer 2 will do so well, because people do care about stuff like that. They're quite like, but I don't want to. But that bloke's got 1 million who did it, and you've not.
100%, man. When you're looking at like times whatever gains.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing, is it?